What's up guys, Full FIFA here back in with another video, and today we are back with the FIFA 21 Marquee matchup predictions for week 26. These will be out on March 25th, so keep in mind this week is pretty much World Cup qualifiers, so I'll throw the teams up on the screen for you guys right now. So it's all going to be countries. First matchup we do have is Wales versus Mexico, and then we got England versus Poland, we got Belgium versus Czech Republic, we got Portugal versus Serbia. Then for the wild cards, we do have Bosnia versus France, and then we got Germany versus Romania. So again, these are being countries, so there's a lot of players you guys can choose from. We'll get into them just a little bit in this video. So again, sorry for not making a video last week. I was super busy. I had no time at all. I was able to upload a quick video for the, I believe it was for the UEFA Champions League marquee matchups, but the regular ones were, I didn't have time to upload that one. So let's get into the teams. So the first games we do have is Wales versus Mexico. So if we do take a look at the Wales cards, which are gold, you guys can actually pick up these cards. These cards are pretty cheap right now. They're not super high in price, especially these lower rated ones. You guys can pick these cards up for around 650 coins. So for Wales, my go-to as always, whenever Wales or even Spurs is playing, I like to go with this Davies. He does rise quite a bit, especially if a left back is required. He does go pretty insane. So as you guys can see, his buy now is 850 right now, but I was getting him all day long at 650 coins. The second option for these guys as well is Ramsey right here, Aaron Ramsey. He is another great option, very high rated. So if they do come out with a high rating for the requirement, he is also a very good option. Buy him at 700 coins. These cards are super easy to get right now. I would suggest buying as soon as you guys can, because I don't know how long these prices are going to last at this rock bottom, just because of there's no upgrade SPCs, especially if we just go through. As you guys can see, they're super easy to get. They're all over the place right now. And then Wales is versing Mexico. So if we do take a look at the Mexico team, they do have a couple of players that I would suggest picking up. So first off, I would stay away from these MLS cards, just because they're very hard to link in these SBCs if they do get in. So my main one was actually Chucky Lozano. That was the one that I was picking up. I was able to get a bunch of this card as well. He was pretty cheap, as you guys can see. He's going pretty it's pretty high in price right now. But I was able to get a bunch of them, especially during rewards times. He was really easy to grab, so that was my main option from these guys. If we do just take a look at, if you guys do want to pick up one of these cards are even easier to pick up actually. So for 650 coins, Hernandez isn't a bad option as well, and strikers are always required in the SBCs, so you guys can go with that. Next we got England versus Poland. If we do take a look at England, there's just a ton of English players you guys can actually pick up. I would just try to go with the 81 rated cards like this Pickford. Pickford is a great option as well, 81 rated, and Chilwell. Chilwell is the one that I was picking up a lot. He also does rise just because he's high rated, and again, he's a left back. So they do tend to rise quite a bit if they are required in the SBC, if a left back is required. So Chilwell was my main option from these guys. Secondary, I would go with Pickford, and then those were the two highest rated ones, which are the easiest to get right now. But as you guys can see, there's a lot of option. If you guys are gonna go with Ings, you guys can go with those cards as well. So, and then if we do take a look at Poland does have a lot of cards, especially for the rares. So Milik right here is one of the best options at 650 coins. That's a 2 coin risk on that card, and Fabianski were my main two options from Poland. So again, I might have not said this in the beginning of the video, but we aren't looking at the common cards right now, because if you guys can pick up any common cards for 350 coins to 400 coins, that's a bargain. That's with like every SBC ever. Pretty much, if you can pick those cards up for that cheap, go ahead and pick those cards up. Especially try and stay at 350 mark, just in case those SBCs don't come out for the common cards. So then if we do take a look at Belgium, they do have a couple options that you guys can actually pick up. One was Tielemans. He was probably my best option just because he's from the Premier League and he's so high rated. He has a 2 coin risk on the card, that's it. If you guys get him for 650 coins. So Tielemans is the main option. But you might also want to pick up Mignolet as well, just in case they do come out with maybe a requirement from certain leagues. I don't know what EA is going to do this year. We haven't seen any of these like matchups for the nation matchups yet, so they might do something else. But Tillemans and Mignolet was the first options for those guys. And then if we do head on over to the Czech Republic, and then we do take a look at the rare cards, they don't have many, but they do have this guy right here, the CDM, which is 81 rated. Again, he's from the Premier League, so that would be my main option from these guys. I probably wouldn't honestly pick up any other cards except for the CDM right here. He is super easy to get up on bid. Again, 2 coin risk on him. It's super easy. You might as well just pick him up, pick up a couple. Yeah, and that's pretty much the only option. And then if we do hop on over to Portugal, again, huge nation, lots of cards to pick up. You guys can pretty much go with any card you guys want for 650 coins right here. Obviously, I tend to go with the higher rated ones so I don't lose out on many coins. As you guys can see, this Nani is not a bad card to pick up as well. He is pretty high rated, 80 rated. And then obviously the number one option that I would go with is this Gonzalo. Again, 81 rated left mid from a good league as well. So he was my main option from these guys. Secondary option probably would be Nani. And then if we hop on over to Serbia, again, not too many cards that they do have. So if we do take a look at these cards, I would again go with the highest rated as always. So Matic was actually my first option just because he's from a proper league. And then he is a CDM as well, so he will be required in the SBC because they do require CMs. Anyways, you gotta have some central midfielders in the team. And then the second option was Jovic. Jovic is a striker from the Bundesliga, good links. He's a great card, 650 coins for any of those cards. And now to mention all the commons. So if you guys can pick up any common card from these nations for 350 coins, that is a great pickup. So if you guys don't have like a huge budget, I would say go with the gold common cards from any nation. Doesn't matter the player either. If you guys can pick up for 350 coins, that is a great buy. And then if we do move on to the wild cards, we do have Bosnia versus France. So if you do hop on over to Bosnia-Herzegovina, they do have a couple of options that you guys can actually go with, which are rares. More people tend to invest in the rares, even though, because like sometimes there's SBC upgrade SBCs that come out, and these rares usually stay pretty low in price even with those SBCs out. So if we do take a look right here, there's this left back right here, and there's pretty much this left mid to pick up. So those are literally the only two options. So you guys can go ahead and pick those cards up for 650. I wouldn't pick up a ton because this SBC these teams might not get in, because Bosnia again isn't a great team, honestly. So France, again, they're just probably going to dominate Bosnia anyways. So if we do take a look at France, they do have a bunch of 81 rated cards that you guys can pick up along with that. So my number one option would probably be this Dembele right here. So Dembele, La Liga, good links, and he's French, high rated. So again, 2 coin risk. Same with Gignac. He does have less links, however the 81 rating helps him, just because if the SBC requires high rating, and he's only a 2 coins risk on that card as well, because they do discard for 648 coins if you do pick them up for 650, so that's only 2 coins. So my other options, if you guys are looking at other options as well, would be this center mid right here. He is a great option if you guys don't want to pick up a striker. Or maybe you guys can even pick up these cards if you're going to use them, maybe upgrade SBCs and just keep them till Thursday, if any or upgrade SBCs do come out. And then we do have Germany versus Romania. So for Germany right here, we do have a ton of options as always. So my first option is this Cruz right here. Again, good nation, good league. So he does get a lot of links, German league. And also along with that, even if you want to pick up this Götze, he's not in a very good league, but he will link into squads as well. And again, he is only a 2 coin risk. So those are my main 2 options from these guys. Like Khedira as well. Center mid, links with a lot of cards, Bundesliga, so he does have a good link. So if you guys can pick up the Khedira over the Götze, I would go with the Khedira. And then if we move on to the last team, which is Romania. Romania, again, doesn't have any cards which are gold rare. So if we do take a look at the common cards from this team, I would just honestly just stick with these 75 red cards for 300 coins. If you guys can pick these up, go ahead and pick these up. These cards are super cheap, and EA, as far as I know, there's a new promo going to be coming very soon. So I would say pick these cards up. Even if you guys don't want to invest in this, I would still pick up these cards, just because for 300 coins they will rise. Even if they drop like an upgrade SBCs, these cards are going to go to like 500 coins, 600 coins, so that's still profit that you'll be making. So this is pretty much zero risk investing in these cards, especially the common cards. So that's why I said do go ahead. If you guys can pick up literally any of the common cards, pick them up for 350 coins. And that's pretty much it for the video. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. Peace.